The following program is a Town of Colonie television production of the William K. Sanford Town Library.
Welcome to An Open Door on the Arts. My name is Barbara Richer, and I am your host today as always, we travel throughout the Capital Region, meeting and greeting and getting to know the wonderful artists that enrich our lives on a daily basis. I'm excited today to have a very special guest revisiting us, so I get to spend some time with him again and learn even more about the wonderful job he's been doing for the past year. Today we have Albany Pro Musica's director and conductor, Dr. José Daniel Flores-Caraballo.
That's good.
Okay, I'd like to have him on about 15 times so that I'm eventually able to really say his name with great accuracy. He's very patient with me. The Albany Pro Musica is a world-class chorus with national and international performances to its credits. And it's housed right here in our city of Albany. It's beginning right now its 35th season, 35 years of bringing spectacular choral music to us, a cappella and with their own orchestra as well, and also performing with the Albany Symphony Orchestra. So we are incredibly fortunate right here to have such a well-renowned group with us. And on their 35th season, they're also celebrating their first full season in the Troy Savings Bank Music Hall, a partnership made in heaven. I was very fortunate to be at their opening concert in the Troy Music Hall just a week or so ago, and it was spectacular. If you weren't there, you missed something wonderful, and I can only hope that you pick up the rest of their season. Their voices soar in the music hall. So it is my pleasure to introduce José Daniel. Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'd like to start, we talked a little bit about just talking about your gala presentation that was about a week ago, I think. Yes, on a Saturday evening. Even though our audience has missed it, it was a gala, and you had a very special idea about how to launch the residency of the choral group with the Troy Music Hall. Would you tell us about it?
Yeah, well, it was a very festive occasion indeed, as we celebrated the first concert of this 35th season. But it was also very special because, as you just said, it was the first concert of our new alliance with Troy Savings Bank Music Hall, which, as you will know, is a landmark of the Capital Region, and we're so proud of this partnership. So it was very difficult making a decision. What do you do on such an occasion?
First program.
And you would think you will want to do a masterwork with orchestra, but how do you choose among so many wonderful works? And then I also wanted to reflect some of the history of the group, as well as some of the history of the building. So as I was reflecting one day, sitting on those chairs in the auditorium, I happened to notice the names of the great composers engraved in the walls and ceiling of the building, and they're outside too. I don't know if you have noticed. And I thought, well, why not trying to represent some of these composers, most of them. So what we did was we created two different halves of the program. The first one was a trip through centuries of music that started with Palestrina in the Renaissance and finished with with modern composers.
Right.
And then for the second half, we created a whole new requiem in which each movement was by a different composer. So
that was represented.
That was represented.
Of these names.
Yeah. So it was. I thought it was very well received, and it was just such a special night.
Well, I can tell you as an audience member, it was very, very well received. And I think you have there in a nutshell kind of one of the things that makes this gentleman very, very special. Yes, this was a celebration of these two wonderful entities coming together, the chorus and the music hall, and how to do that, and how many people would think of utilizing the names that are right there in the music hall. It's like a marriage celebration. You want the best of both of you to be there, and you very purposefully made the Troy Music Hall and its history a part of the concert. I thought it was a wonderful idea, and it played out extremely well, I think, as an audience member.
Well, thank you. You know, I think the premise for me is that when you perform, it really is not about us. It's not about the performers. It's about the music. And when you think about the transcendental contribution of these composers through time,
Yes.
and the fact that they are still talking to us through their music.
Through their music.
It's a big responsibility we have, and the hall has been part of this history. APM has been part of this history. So, yeah, I'm very glad that it worked so well.
It worked beautifully. But we don't end there. We're going on for anyone in our audience that might have missed that first very special gala. I noticed that there's a second gala. And so the fact that I may have not gotten to the first one doesn't mean I can't get to the second one. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about what's coming with that one.
Well, the gala you're mentioning was another opportunity for us to honor those very faithful donors who've been helping the arts in this region. And so that was a reception we had right before the concert. We're going to have another gala. It's on April 24th.
Yes, it is.
But what is going to be special about this is that it's going to be a concert as well, but in this case it's going to be my brother, Marcos Daniel, on the piano, and myself on the organ. We have a program that we have taken to different parts of the United States with great success. It's called the Dueling Brothers, and this particular concert is called Who is the King of Instruments? The organ, as you know, is known as the King of Instruments, but my brother is willing to challenge that.
Uh-huh.
So, and it's a program with great humor. In fact, we're going to have a narrator. It's going to be Rex Smith.
Oh my goodness, what fun.
I'm sure you know.
What fun.
It's a humorous program. People simply love it, and they will be on the edge of their seats because the repertoire that we're playing is really very, very exciting.
Well, that sounds like so much fun, and that is on the 24th, but it is not at the Troy Music Hall.
No, because
this one
because we needed an organ that could be used for this program, so
Exactly.
it's going to be at Westminster Presbyterian, Albany.
Okay, so I would just advise all of you. You have plenty of time now. Put it on your calendar. April 24th, Dueling Brothers, a spring gala. If you missed the first one, don't miss this one. We'll all be there, and we'll have so much fun. I'm sure we'll be on the edge of our seats. Okay, so now we have the galas out of the way, but we have something very special coming up for the holidays, I understand.
The Christmas concert, it's interesting how these seasons work. Even before the first concert was performed, I was already talking to my chorus about the excitement I had over this Christmas program. And I'm sure they were thinking, why don't you let this pass and then we talk about it. But it really is very exciting. We're going to have this program with orchestra as well, the Orchestra Pro Musica. And it is anchored in two great pieces. One is Fantasia for Christmas Carols by Vaughan Williams, which is a powerful, powerful work. And then the other piece is called The Many Moods of Christmas. This is what has given the name to this concert. We call it The Many Moods of Christmas because we anticipate we're going to start a tradition of doing this program with orchestra at Troy Music Hall every Christmas.
With your orchestra.
Yes, and Robert Shaw wrote this incredible arrangement of different carols, and it is 4 different suites. So we're going to begin with the first suite at this concert, and every year we're going to perform a different suite.
Oh, how nice.
But in addition to that, it has great repertoire. It's the kind of program that I am sure people will be really deeply moved by it. It has some incredible points of reflection, starting with the way we're going to begin the concert, and I will not say a word other than I am sure that people will be moved to tears, and we will have, of course, music reflective of the Christmas tradition, but also of the secular holiday celebration. So we try to have something for everyone.
So whole families with children and everything else are going to hear music that they relate to and celebrate with, and
absolutely. And you know what? Not only they will hear, they will participate. We have programmed audience participation in 3 different times during the program. And it's not just come and sing at the end 1 or 2 carols. They will be active protagonists in this program.
You have a lot up your sleeve, don't
well,
you?
I think it will make it really exciting for everyone.
It sounds like it sounds like it will be very exciting. And I want to mention too that at the Troy Music Hall at that time where this concert will be held is always decorated to the hilt, and so it's a beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful now when there is no seasonal decoration, but it'll be all dressed itself for a holiday, for Christmas holiday celebration. And so this would be a wonderful, wonderful thing for all of you to put on your calendar and bring your mothers, bring your fathers, bring your children, your nieces, nephews, have a family outing.
Saturday, December 12th.
Saturday, December 12th. Right. Yes, Saturday, December 12th. And it's at
Troy Music Hall.
Yes, it's at the time it's in the evening, right?
Yeah, 7:30.
At 7:30, right? So it's early enough to bring those children also, and really make it a family celebration in a beautiful venue with glorious music and a lot of tricks up Master José Daniel's sleeve. I think that'll make everybody smile and bring a tear to all of our eyes, I'm afraid. And then after we've celebrated that for you, we're going off to Broadway.
Yes, one of the beauties of Albany Pro Musica is that for all these years, they've been known for singing a wide variety of repertoire. Some choirs specialize on a particular kind of repertoire. This chorus performs a wide variety of repertoire, including Broadway, and people simply love it. Because when you bring this kind of vocal quality to Broadway music, something very special happens. So we decided this time, we have had a program for years called Pops, goes the chorus, and it was done in cabaret style. That program will come back, but for this 35th season, we thought of doing something very special, and we're going to choose some of the favorite pieces from some of the most venerated musicals, Broadway musicals, and they're going to be represented there with an instrumental ensemble as well. And we have several, just to name a few: The Sound of Music, Los Miserables, Les Mis, right, and West Side Story, Cats. So even The Lion King. It's going to be a program that I hope will bring a different audience. People people come to the kind of programs they like or they relate to, and we want the capital region to know that we have something to offer to everyone.
That's exactly what I was going to follow up this concert with by saying you should expect perhaps many of the same audience, but I wouldn't be surprised either if there wasn't a huge number of people that may not come to a more classical, musical, choral concert that will rush to get into this one. And I think it's kind of too bad they don't experience both, and I hope that most of us that come to see you do experience both, because it's such it's such a wonderful comment on the chorus's talent and your talent, I think, to be able to present both of these categories of music at such a high level of presentation and expertise. It really seals the deal about how special this chorus is.
Well, and it's very enjoyable for us. I compare this to a diet, as you eat. Yeah, of course, we all love gourmet food, but from time to time we really want a hamburger with fries. It's the beauty of variety really adds balance to your life, and I believe this variety is important in the musical.
Well, I think it is too,
well.
And there's so much to share between the two. It'll be thrilling to have all segments of the audience come and enjoy these magnificent concerts. And then we move right along on to something that I know a great many of us are very much looking forward to, and it is it's a collaboration. Is that fair to say? Is it a collaboration?
Yes.
It is a collaboration. And I know it also includes the musicians of Malwick.
Yes.
And I think you'll tell us it may include some other folks too. But it's called the City of Immigrants, and it is their April 3rd concert at 4 p.m. at the Music Hall.
Right. Well, I tell you how that was inspired. When I was contemplating moving here, I did some research to find out more about the place. And one of the things that captivated or captured my attention was learning about the mosaic of cultures that have made this place, and the great pride that everyone who knows the history of this place have about that very fact. And in fact, I somewhere read that some people call this the City of Immigrants, and that's what originated the title. So I decided that it would be a great homage to this place, to the cultural heritage of this place, singing music from these different groups that came to this area. The way we have organized the repertoire for that concert is chronologically, by the way. So I have identified certain composers from the different countries that represent the immigration to this area.
Wonderful.
So it's going to be very exciting. But the collaboration that you mentioned goes two ways. There's a music collaboration. So we wanted to have an excellent group from this area, the musicians of Malwick, but we also wanted to have dance. So we're bringing a group of dancers from Saratoga Springs, the Nacre dance. And then we're having the Capital District Youth Chorale, and we're also in conversations with the local high school choir. So we're going to have all these groups, and it's going to be a concert of great variety of music. But then we decided we wanted this to be more than a concert. So we have established a committee, a very distinguished committee, that is trying to put together different organizations from the city and from the capital region to be part of this celebration. So we're going to have about 3 weeks of activities previous to the concert.
Oh, wow.
And the Writers Institute will be involved. We're talking with some museums and with the City of Albany, and different organizations will be having and hosting different activities that will simply help us remember.
Prepare us.
Prepare us. Time Union is going to be involved, talking about immigration. So it's going to be a great festivity
That is so exciting.
to celebrate who we are.
That is very, very, very exciting. I think I realized that there would be other arts organizations involved, and I think we all appreciate that kind of collaboration so much, because we can learn from each other, and we can we share the desire to reach into our community and enrich the lives of the people in our community. So to see these arts groups collaborate is always a very exciting thing. I didn't realize that you would have other outside groups collaborating, and that's very exciting. That sort of prepares and focuses the public on the celebration of our own immigration here to this city.
And there's also the concept that we celebrate all the arts, not only the performing arts, which is why, for instance, we have asked from this celebrated artist here, Len Tintillo, to donate his art for this particular program. So if you see in the brochure that I gave you, that is one of his paintings that's going to have it's going to be used for our program, for all the publicity. Exactly.
This here, that's in the front.
One of his paintings, and of course you have the other arts represented with these other organizations that we're working.
Absolutely. And you'll all be able to see the picture, Mr. Tantillo's picture that is on actually the website, the Albany Pro Musica website, when it discusses each of its concerts. That prominent background picture is from the City of Immigrants, is from Mr. Tantillo. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We forget that we all started out as somebody maybe a little bit different than we are now, in where our relatives came from, where our heritage came from, and now we are Capital District people, and to be able to celebrate our individuality is just a wonderful thing, a wonderful thing. Very good idea that you had. You have these great ideas.
Well, we're very excited. Yeah, we do.
So we can, I hope that we'll all be able to get out to see the City of Immigrants. That's on April 3rd at 4 p.m. at the Music Hall, right?
Yes.
Again, early enough to bring the kids, learn about who they were as well. And then there are 3 other things that you're doing, maybe 2, but I'm counting 2 right here. The High School Music Festival on January 24th.
Yeah, Albany
at 4 p.m.
Albany
also.
Pro Musica is committed to education, and this is just one of 3 different programs that we do in which we engage students. And it's a very joyous occasion. And for me, participating in this for the first time last year was a discovery to realize the amount of talent in this area, students and teachers alike, who are doing a wonderful job with the choirs. They have an opportunity to showcase their choirs and to sing on their own in this hall, and that is a unique experience for some of them. Yes. But they also participate together with Albany Pro Musica, singing a grand finale of 2 great pieces with orchestra, and that's really the highlight in the life of many of these students. So we are very, very happy to be able to do that.
That's very exciting.
Yes.
I urge everyone to get out and see that too. And then there's a collaboration that we've come to, I don't want to say we've gotten used to it, because I hope we never do. It's always very special, and it's gone on for several years. Maybe you may know, I don't know. But with the Albany Symphony Orchestra and Pro Musica, and they will come together to do Mahler's Symphony No. 2 at the Palace Theater.
Well, it's very interesting. You know, some cities have their symphonic choir. For instance, I conduct too the Vermont Symphony Orchestra chorus, which is a chorus that is part of the symphony. In this city, they have used a different model in which they have, in a way, adopted Albany Pro Musica as their chorus. So for a good number of years, Albany Pro Musica has been the chorus for the symphony, for the local symphony. And it's a great collaboration for these choristers to be able to work with a colleague of such talent as David Alan Miller. I was very impressed working with him for the first time last year, and we're really certainly looking forward to this next year.
Well, I know the whole listening audience is very much looking forward to that collaboration as well. We've mentioned a few times during the course of reviewing all these amazing happenings that are going to be going on in the next few months, and we've always talked about the orchestra. I don't think that we've really acknowledged that, and many of our viewers, I'm sure, will know this, and some may not, and it doesn't matter because the orchestra that you have deserves individual look at, and it's the Albany Pro Musica Orchestra.
No, absolutely. We are very fortunate to have had as a concertmaster and contractor Anne-Marie Schwartz, who is a very distinguished musician in this area. She's also the director of the Musicians of Malwick.
Yes.
So everybody loves to work with Anne-Marie. So she's able always to get the best musicians we can get for this orchestra. It's a very, very enjoyable experience, very worthwhile working with these excellent musicians. And I try to include pieces that they do on their own as an orchestra. In addition, they're not only accompanying the chorus. In fact, that will be the case for Christmas, where they're performing on their own as well.
And you'll be doing a great number of a cappella?
Yes, some numbers a cappella as well. So people will have anything they want to hear.
You get everything.
Yes.
You get. I've just gotten a 5-minute warning, which is probably down to 3, but you really do get everything, as we did the other night. You have the magnificent a cappella voices. You have the magnificent orchestra and voice together, and the wonderful orchestra who stands, high on their own as well. So it's really an evening spent with you is magical.
Well, and I tell you what I find magical is the support for each other of these great colleagues. The orchestra loves to work with the chorus. The chorus loves to work with the orchestra. Everybody is very supportive and very encouraging. So this has been really a great ride for me.
Well, you stand right there in the middle between them, and those of us who are in the audience are so very happy that you're here and that you're creating these wonderful programs for all of us. So I'm hoping that we will see you in February with Anne-Marie Barker Schwartz to take a closer look at that City of Immigrants, and then we'll all be at your concert.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us again. These programs are wonderful. You just have to start getting out a whole lot and seeing all of these things. So I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.